Good afternoon. This is a video without warning, notifications. I was making a ham pan pie. And what it is, I had some ham left over for Christmas, and I thought that I would just get on here and show you how I make it. This is going to be a very small pan. I've already cut up most of my vegetables, got it cooked. I'm going to try to show this a little bit closer down so you can see it a little bit better. Okay. What I done is I cut up 3 small potatoes, a half a small onion. I cut up these little bitty carrots like this because I'm making a very small dish. I got these little ones and I just took a knife and just cut them in little bitty. I'll show you. They're real small because I just want them small. And then I cut up my 3 potatoes, half an onion, and a few of those carrots, and probably about a cup and a half of ham pieces. Let me get this and then I just put enough of water in here to, I had to cut that phone off. I wasn't sure. That's my sister. That's Linda. She may be calling and telling me something. I don't know. I guess I should have took her phone call. I didn't tell her I was even going to do this. Anyway, I told her earlier that I might, but then my son came out and said, yes, that's what he wanted for supper. So that's what I'm fixing. I put enough of water in here. And then I added about a teaspoon of chicken base. And I just cooked it. It doesn't take long, probably 10-15 minutes because the potatoes are cut up real small, the ham's cut up small, and I just boiled it till it got done. And then I made my crust over here. I like my crust to be, this is my new pan that I got for Christmas. It's a 2-quart Pampered Chef pan, and I made 1 layer of crust I put on the bottom because I like my pot pie with 2 crusts. So I put 1 on the bottom and I cooked it until it got done, and then I'm gonna set it aside and I'll put it back up here and I'll show you what I'm doing next. I've got a half a stick of butter in my pan here. And then I'm gonna show you this cute little thing here. This is a little measuring strainer, and I just love it. It's from Pampered Chef also. I take a can of English peas, and I'm using the Lazure, and I'm draining all the juice off of it. And truthfully, this is almost too many English peas to go in this little small pot, but I'll go ahead and use them anyway. The peas does not have to be pre-cooked because they're going to cook in the oven for a little while. And so I'm putting that in there, and I'm melting me a half a stick of butter, which is 1/4 a cup. And then I'm gonna put not quite a 1/4 a cup of flour in here. I'm making a thickening to go in this. This is how I do mine. So I'm gonna put I make a kind of just a thickening to put in my pot pie. It's a little bit different from way Linda makes it, but that's just how I've made hundreds and hundreds of chicken pot pies, but I've never made a ham one. But I had this ham left from Christmas, and I said, you know, I'm just gonna make a ham pan pie. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna get this flour and butter heated up, and then I'll put this is the smallest pan pie, a pot pie I think I've ever made. So I will write the recipe whenever I finish, I'll write the recipe in according to the measurements for this size pan. Like I said, I can't hardly tell you before I do it, because I've never made one this small before. But I'm just wanting this flour to kind of cook a little bit with this butter. And then I'm going to turn my burner down just a little bit. I don't want it to get too hot. I'm going to put a little bit of cream of chicken soup in there. I'm not going to put much. I'm probably going to put I usually put a whole can, but that's what I'm doing, a large pan. So I'm just going to put probably about a half a cup. And then I take this same stuff that I cook my vegetables in and meat, and I'll put a little of that in here, because that's it's kind of like you would use chicken broth. And that's something else I do, is I put a little milk in mine. I'm gonna get me some milk. Just make a little gravy like to go over it. And I put some pepper in this. I'm not going to put any extra salt because I've got that broth. That broth is really salty. So I'm going to take that and put that over there. And I don't know how much canned milk I'm going to need. So probably that's probably a fourth the cup. And I probably need more than that. It's supposed to rain here for the next 2 days. So I'm not going to be getting out much. And see, that's too thick, so I'm going to have to go get me another can of milk. Just give me 1 second. Put some more milk in this. I'll measure it so y'all kind of know. All right, that's a half a cup. You want this a little thin, your little gravy here, a little thin, because it'll get thicker in the oven. Because this is basically what it is, made out of butter and flour. Just a little gravy and a little bit of cream of chicken soup. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it in this pan here, and I'm only going to pour it a little bit until I can figure out how much vegetables I need in that. You see me? I wouldn't be rushing this up, and I had done changed my mind. I had told Linda this morning that I was going to do this. And then I had changed my mind. And then my son said, Mama, when are you going to make that ham pie? So I decided I'd just get on here and do it. So see, don't want to fill it full. You see, I just made a very small amount, and it's still too much for this pan. And that's what I was afraid of. So that's why that I, with the family, you would use more, but that is how I do it. And I'm gonna get it here, and I've already made my crust. I've already mixed it up, so now I'm just gonna roll it out and put it on top, and I'll show you that. So I mix this up. This is the same recipe that I had made a few, I guess, a month or 6 weeks ago. It's the same recipe, but I will post it with this one too, so y'all will have it with this if you want to make this. I just took it out of the refrigerator. I'm gonna move this flour because I'm liable to knock it off. That would not be very funny. Not to me anyway. So I just roll this out according to the size of my pan. And for all y'all that watched the other video of the pie crust, where it makes five pie shells, this is the same recipe. So, and I think when I made it on there before, I don't know what went wrong, but it didn't roll out good. But this is the same recipe. Okay, all right, now I've got to get my pan over here, and I'm gonna have to put it on here so it won't burn. I have my oven preheated to 375 to cook the crust, but I'm gonna turn it down to 350 to cook this pan. Okay, I'm just gonna put it on here. And see, I rolled it out, and I knew I was rolling out too much pie dough, but I wanted it to cover the whole thing. So I rolled it out a little bigger. And I'm gonna get me a knife and cut that off a little bit. I don't want too much pie crust leaning over the side, but I want enough that I can kind of tuck it under too. So I'm just going to turn this under a little bit. I don't know if somebody's trying to tell me something or not. I can't read that screen and work. Y'all probably done figured out I'm a one-track minded person. If I'm working, that's about all I can do is work. I can't talk and work, and I can't read and work. So, all right, I'm just gonna put a few little holes in it like this. And see, that's my pot pie. I'm gonna put it in the oven, and it's gonna have to cook probably for about 20-25 minutes. So I'll just come back on and show you the finished product and let you see how it turned out. I hope y'all have a good evening, and Linda will be on tomorrow. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.